Unlocking the magic of alliterative verse in English. Hello, and welcome to our language learning journey. Today, we're diving into a fascinating aspect of the English language and poetry, alliterative verse. This poetic form has a rich history and brings a unique rhythm and sound to poetry that has captivated listeners and readers for centuries. If you're ready to unlock the secrets of alliterative verse and see how it's used to create mesmerizing poetic effects, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Alliterative verse is a type of poetry that emphasizes the repetition of initial consonant sounds in a line or stanza. Unlike rhyme, where the endings of words sound similar, alliteration focuses on the beginning sounds. This technique has been used in various languages, but in English, it dates back to the Anglo-Saxon era, with famous examples like Beowulf. In alliterative verse, the consonant sounds create a musical or rhythmic effect that enhances the text's mood and meaning. Poets use this technique to draw attention to specific words, increase the memorability of phrases, and add a layer of depth to their poetry. Alliterative verse typically involves a few key characteristics. Repetition of initial sounds, the most defining feature, where words in close proximity start with the same sound. Meter, though not always strictly followed. Traditional alliterative verse has a specific rhythm, often with a fixed number of stressed syllables. Pause or caesura. Many alliterative verses include a noticeable pause in the middle of lines, dividing them into two halves. Understanding these characteristics can help identify alliterative verse in poetry and appreciate its stylistic and rhythmic complexities. Let's look at some examples to see alliterative verse in action. A classic example is from Beowulf. In the halls of Heorot, the hero's heart was heavy. Notice how the H sound repeats, creating a rhythm and linking the ideas together. Modern examples include works by poets like Seamus Heaney, who used alliteration to add texture and resonance to his poetry. Analyzing these examples helps understand how alliteration affects the tone and pace of poetry, making it more engaging and memorable. Crafting alliterative verse can be a fun and creative exercise. Start by choosing a consonant sound and brainstorming words that start with that sound. Then, try to construct sentences or lines of poetry that incorporate these words. Remember, the goal is to create a rhythm and enhance the mood of your piece through the sound repetition. Alliterative verse is a beautiful and powerful poetic form that adds depth, rhythm, and a musical quality to poetry. Whether reading ancient classics or modern masterpieces, understanding alliteration can enhance your appreciation of poetry. We hope this video has illuminated the enchanting world of alliterative verse for you. Happy reading, and even happier writing!